So today we're going to participate in one of the best English pastimes, walking. We just have a couple of days, so we're only going to do a small segment of the Cleveland Way.
Outside Staithes, the paths are nice, the mud, where it is reasonable. We're feeling optimistic about what we think is going to be a 13-mile hike.
Behind me is the little town of Staithes, where we stayed last night. Okay, we are heading down a long hill into Runswick Bay. Our walk should get a little different after this because we're going to go from being on top of the cliff, where we can hear the sea but not really see it because of all the fog, to being right next to it.
Opening in 1969, the product of over 30 years of work, the Cleveland Way is a 110-mile path through North Yorkshire. The geology in this part of the trail is interesting, with a Jurassic Age formation extending out into the sea and exposed at low tide for rockhounds like this fella here.
So we just ran into some other hikers who let us know that a critical part of the trail up ahead is completely washed out and is a total waterfall. So apparently there's another trail that's a disused railway line that we're gonna see if we can get around that way. We'll see how that goes.
So much for a relaxing segment of trail running along the beach. This short bit here is all we're gonna get.
Looks like they didn't get any fossils. This is where our detour begins. See how this goes.
Walking was slow going through here. The mud was slippery as butter.
Well, it turned out the alternative route had a little bit of water on it too, but we ran into our friends who'd given us the advice, and they told us that that was indeed better than the other route, so good for us.
It was around here that a farmer advised us to follow the trail down along the old railroad line, where we would encounter her cows.
There's the cows up ahead that were promised, cows on the line.
When we came across those cows, she said, just shoo them away.
Shoot, go on.
The thing is, railroad lines are pretty straight, so we all kind of just went the same direction.
Go on. Pretty railroad bridges ahead. The stupid cows behind us.
Thanks for the escort.
So we made it through the railroad grade detour and the cows. We're back on the trail. How you feeling?
Yeah, good. A little down. It's like little Easter eggs hiding in the field.
Nice weather would invariably give way to rain.
It's like a brand new day. The sun is nearly out. We're getting close to Sands End, which is close to Whitby, nearing the end of our trip.
The tide was out in Brunswick Bay. By the time we got to Sands End, the tide was in. We stayed in the Royal Hotel, whose 19th century glory is perhaps best reflected in these paintings by Frank Henry Mason, one of several contemporary local artists whose work was inspired by the French Impressionists. We set out the next morning to take a pleasant wander through town, en route to the hill with the 12th century Church of St. Mary and the famous ruins of the 13th century Whitby Abbey.
So butcher was sent to take the shoes like, oh dear Johnny, along cause the butcher went his knife to turn the wheels so funny. And there's to you went the pegs, oh dear Johnny, she charged on the butcher and broke with his legs to turn the wheels so funny. She was sent to fight for the king.
Touring Whitby Abbey using these cool audio guides that they have at the English Heritage Sites, which make it so easy to learn about.
Around 6:14.
You're not doing any reading.
After the Abbey, the culmination of our tour, we set off on the long way home.
From Whitby, just a 28-minute bus ride, and we're back in Staithes where the car is.